Hello and welcome back to the Gen 1 journey. You know what it is. We take three teams to Pokemon Stadium, then beat it up with an amalgam team of the best performers. Oh, yes. Welcome everyone back to Pokemon Blue, the third and final game in this sort of trilogy of Generation 1 journey. We have a Bellsprout now to use Cut with, so we can get through that bush. All our Pokemon are high level right now. It's just how it is. Now, something I did with the items, I stored a couple of the TMs that I really want, like Rest and Dig, maybe even Bubble Beam. And I sold the rest, and I stored every item that we won't need anymore, like the Helix Fossil, the SS, and Ticket. I could probably store HMO1 as well. Those are all in storage, so I can get them out whenever I need them to. What up, Jim, the known guy? Lieutenant Surge is his nickname. People refer to him as the Lightning American. Sure. Anyway, yeah, bird Pokemon are at risk. Flying Pokemon get ragdolled by electric Pokemon. So, even though Tyrion is high level, we're actually going to be relying pretty heavily on Neferata for this. Because, well, the other two get electrocuted. They're water or bird Pokemon. Now, Bellsprout won't be fighting with us unless something has gone horribly wrong. Now, if you want, you can put Dig on Blastoise here, or Wartortle here, and he'll one-shot just about everything because Dig is a ground-type move, and it's also really OP for Gen 1. It has base power 100, which is crazy, which is, later on, it's like base power, what, 80? Something like that, 70? Something like that. But it's 100 for Gen 1, so it's really good. I am going to try and keep out Carl Friends and the other Pokemon enough, just for variety's sake, and in case, you know, mostly for variety. I probably didn't need to. Oh, this is why I bought a bunch of paralysis heals and super potions before coming here as well. Because everything here will paralyze me. Nice. Calfron's grow. Tyrion could probably actually come out against certain Pokemon here, like maybe a Pikachu or two. Pikachu are very weak electric Pokemon. Sorry, Ash. It's just, you have no taste. We can't outspeed everything as well with Quick Attack. Pikachu just didn't have good stats. That's the only thing holding back Pikachu. That's why when they did Let's Go Pikachu, the actual remake of Yellow, they gave that partner Pikachu a bunch of extra stats and moves and whatnot, so it would actually be useful. What a concept. I've already gotten paralyzed twice since coming here. Great. That's what I love to see when I go to an electric gym. Ooh, it just paralyzed me. It's fine. Just shove it up your ass, and you're ugly. Fuck you, Baltimore. Anyway, enough about Baltimore and its ass. And how it is ass. I've never been to Baltimore. We're gonna put Tyrion in front, let him quick attack a bunch of dudes until he dies a horrible death. Which is possible. He will most likely die a horrible death very quickly. I will start with Wartortle against Lieutenant Surge, just to try and get some sneaky little paralysis off with Body Slam, but I don't expect him to do a lot of the heavy lifting. I expect Neferata to rampage through them. It's Alakazam at this point in the game is so strong, but you can get it so early. Definitely want a quick attack against Voltorb. Voltorb will outspeed every one of my Pokemon, including Alakazam, if I'm not mistaken. Voltorb and Electrode are the fastest Pokemon in the game. Even now, they're really fast. I always reiterate it, but I mean it. They are so ridiculously fast Pokemon. Okay. Ooh, a nice crit. Friendly reminder, Magnemite's not a Steel type yet. Steel type does not exist. So take advantage of that and quick attack them to death. Repeatedly. Over and over again. Until they're on the floor in pieces. And their trainer is crying. Weeping. Anyway, keep over-levels for the over-level god. We're actually going to have to fight Erica really fast, just so we don't over-level. We're actually going to get the next Pokemon pretty soon that we're going to be keeping for a while. It'll be after Rock Tunnel, but we're really close. I mean, Rock Tunnel is literally, what, like this episode, quite possibly? So, yeah. Not that worried about it. I hope Bellsprout can also learn Flash. I don't want to catch another Pokemon just to teach an HM2. I didn't really think about it. I also need to get Flash, which we can get in this area. So, no worries. What does this guy have? It'll be fine. We have Neferata in our back pocket, and Alakazam is strong. Strong, strong, strong. It's actually a really good early game pickup. It's one of the strongest early game Pokemon pickups you can get, as long as you are able to trade it. As long as you're able to trade Kadabra. Ooh, get that Alakazam. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So strong. I've been shaking my table like this the whole time. I hope that hasn't been coming through the mic. I will be so unhappy with myself if that's been coming through the mic. Oh, a gentleman. Alright, time for a fuck-ass puzzle. That's what I'm going to be calling it. I should not curse as much now that I have YouTube partner. This early in the morning. I'm sorry. Alright, we have to find one, and then the other one is usually near it. Adjacent to it. Alright, in theory, it'll be the one to the left or the one to the right. Well, okay. Well, I'll be back. Fuck, that was so annoying. It reset like 15 times. The second lock will always be adjacent. But considering that it means there are 3 to 4 options sometimes. Ugh. But whatever. We got there. Let me make sure everyone is healed up. Get Tyrion healed up. Let's start with Tyrion just because Tyrion will get fried immediately. Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You want to live long in combat, that's for sure. Well, yeah, I'm 10. There should not be 10-year-olds in war. I don't feel like that's a controversial statement, but is also one that apparently is untrue to a lot of parts of the world where 10-year-olds are indeed thrown into combat, which is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Ugh. I like thinking about it. Anyway, Tyrion, get in there. Save us from horrible dark thoughts of the disaster that is our planet. Get in there. We're so high level, I mean, Tyrion might actually be able to just take it until we get to a certain Pokemon. Sonic Boom does a set amount of damage, I think. The user's level, something like that. It might just be 20, now that I think about it. I'm not really sure. I'd have to look it up. It does a set amount of damage, though. Watch a bird Pokemon stomp poor Lieutenant Surge just because of how high level they are. X-Speed will do nothing against Quick Attack because Quick Attack has priority, and I like me some priority. Alright, Tyrion just cleaning house of an Electric-type gym? Sure, sure. Alright, now we're going to switch to Carl Franz, try and get some cheeky body slams. Let's see if we don't even need Neferata. Let's see if we can beat Lieutenant Surge with Pokemon that are weak to him. Body Slam. I sneezed. Now Raichu's really fast, but that doesn't really matter. I feel like... Oh, no, it really doesn't matter. That's just unfortunate to get the free paralysis off. Are we really about to do this? I don't think this will kill... I don't think this will kill Carl. No, it won't. We win. Fuck Neferata. It's an Alakazam. That's a humiliation for Lieutenant Surge to lose to a water and flying type. You're the real deal, kid. Fine then, take the Thunder Badge. Nice. And it cranks up our Pokemon speed by a little bit. You're special, kid. Take this. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm special? What's that supposed to mean? Alright, Thunderbolt is a fantastic Electric-type move. I don't think anyone in the team can currently learn it. Unless, out of nowhere, Alakazam can. Yeah, I didn't think Alakazam could. I don't think Alakazam learns an Electric-type move till Shockwave is introduced. I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure you can use Shockwave. Anyway, there is some business we need to take care of in town before we go on. We need to go to this little... Not this little house. This little house to the Pokemon Fan Club. And we need to get the Socks board off us by this man here. I chair the Pokemon Fan Club. I've collected over 100 Pokemon. Very fussy. So, did you come to visit to hear about my Pokemon? Sure. Favorite Rapidash. Cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing. You think so? Oh, yes. It's stunning. Kindly. Love it. I'll get when sleeping. Warm and cuddly. Spectacular. Ravishing. Oh, my God. You are a disgusting man. You would fit right in with the Smasher Pass people. Ugh. I don't need a Spike. Alright. Just love my seal. It squeals when I hug it. How nice is that? How wonderful is that? Alright, now there is some business we need to take care of before we go to Rock Tunnel. We need to get the HM05 Flash. First, let's heal up, of course, and then we're going to go through Diglett's Tunnel and possibly get murderized by a Doug Trio. Getting the level 30 Doug Trio in Diglett's Tunnel is so mean to Lieutenant Surge because it just one-shots everything he has, and it comes with Dig, which is crazy. Anyway, let us let us move on. We've got most everything here. After beating Lieutenant Surge in yellow, you can get a Squirtle for free, which is fun. We have to go through here. And we need Cut for this, too, so wait until after you have Cut. Diglett, a Ground-type Pokemon, and a very fast Ground-type Pokemon. You can get its evolved form, Doug Trio, here, who is terrifying. Diglett and Doug Trio are actually really cool Pokemon. I actually quite enjoy them. Doug Trio, Phlegathon, was a member of the Red Dream Team. So, and will probably be on the B team. Maybe, probably not the classic A team, like Amalgam team, but up there. Really up there. They are very, very, very fast. They're about like the second or third fastest Pokemon in the game in Gen 1. Faster even than Mewtwo, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think only Aerodactyl is faster. Aerodactyl and Electrode, of course. And we are back in Pewter City, and we can actually stick around in Pewter City, go back to, like, I don't know, anywhere we want. I think we're going to have to actually catch some Pokemon before we get Flash. If that's the case, I will go on a catching spree and come back. I haven't really been catching Pokemon in this particular playthrough. I think we gotta talk to him, but we'll see. What is it, 10 Pokemon? Okay. Sure. Only 8 kinds? Alright, I will go catch some bugs in Viridian Forest. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I caught a couple Pokemon. It was really annoying, actually. They kept refusing to be caught by just a Pokeball, even though they were like level 2s and 3s. So yeah, you come down here, by the way, near Viridian City, and get some items. And some of them are actually quite nice. An HP up, increase our max HP, if only by 1, but sometimes it's all you need. We're going to give it to, I think, Carl Franz to make him stronger. Neferata will probably be getting a lot of the defense stuff, just to make her stronger for the Amalgam team. But now that we have 10 types of Pokemon, including a Caterpie and a, whatchamahoosit, Rattata, Ball-Face Man, you know? Look at that sprite, I'm telling you, it looks like a nutsack for teeth. HM05, very nice. HM Flash, we will need that to traverse Rock Tunnel, which I'm thinking about doing this episode, in fact. Maybe make it a longer episode. Only Neferata can learn it. That's really shitty, actually. We'll teach it to Neferata. I may use, full disclosure, I may use a program to remove it. Because you can't remove, moves. There's no HM, or there's no move deleter in Gen 1. I may use a program to get rid of it for the Amalgam team. Or for later on. Just full disclosure, it would be the same as me going to catch a different Pokemon in HM Slave to use HMs with. So, considering I don't want to do that, because it's just time consuming, I'm going to save time and give it to Neferata for now. But yeah, full disclosure, I will probably do that for the Amalgam team. For the whole Amalgam team, I may do a little bit of pruning here and there, but probably not. A lot of them had moves that they already needed. I'm gonna kill this Diglett. Or, no, I'll just run from it. Whatever. I want to edit it out. Fuck editing it out. So, yeah, now that we have our good old Flash, we can now go to Rock Tunnel. We need to go back up to Cerulean City. I'm thinking about Rock Tunnel being its own episode, actually. Ooh, so many Digletts. I'm surprised we didn't get hit with the Doug Trio. Actually, I think it's like level 31 Doug Trio. It's one of the most OP Pokemon you can catch. Just catch this early in the game. It will rampage through a lot of gyms. Especially Lieutenant Surge. It will completely humiliate Lieutenant Surge. First things first, let us go back to Cerulean. I think you can catch a Pidgeotto here. I think you can catch a Pidgeotto early in yellow as well, if I'm not mistaken. That's actually pretty good. I'm glad to have Pidgeotto back in my team. I'm talking a little bit instead of just cutting this out because the episode's about to end. I am pretty happy to have a Pidgeotto slash eventually Pidgeot in my team. One of the first sort of Pokemon I let get really high leveled in Pokemon Yellow was not my Pikachu. It was actually a Pidgeotto that I caught and became Pidgeot and became the actual star of my team for a while. I just kept relying on it to beat the really hard stuff. I just kept going back to it, going back to it, going back to it, and it kicked ass. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end it here a little early. I did want to do a longer episode, but I think my voice is going or something. It is early in the morning, so I might just wait, get some like hot water or hot coffee or something, and let it warm up. Let it rest. See what's wrong with it. So next time we go to Rock Tunnel and the creepiest town in all of Kanto and in possibly all of Pokemon. One of the creepiest areas in all of Pokemon history. Oh yeah, Lavender Town, Ghost Town. Yeah, and Pokemon Tower. So we go this way. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been the Gen 1 Journey. Please leave a like or comment if you want to tell me how I've been doing or tell me how I'm shit. And please consider subscribing to help the future of the channel. All of the above helps motivate me. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been the Gen 1 Journey. Blue.